Okay, hello everyone. If I am audible, so quickly write in the chat box. Okay, we will just wait for 2-3 minutes. Then afterwards, we are going to start it. Okay, thank you for telling me that I am audible. So just wait for 1-2 minutes. Afterwards, we will start the session. We are going to start this session at 7 p.m. after 5 minutes. So we are going to start this session. As you all know that this is will be going to be a 7-day boot camp of Python. And today is the day one for this. So we are going to cover the topics like first of all we will learn about what is Python. Afterwards we will discuss why to learn Python. Afterwards what are the different domains in which a Python is using. Afterwards, we will write our first code in online GBD. Afterwards, we will going to discuss about the variables, what are variables. Then afterwards, we will learn how to name our variables. And at the end, we will discuss the data types. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Please write in the chat box quickly if it is clear to everyone. If it is clear, guys, so we will start. Okay, so we are going to discuss what is Python. So Python is a high level programming language. Like what does it mean? We will discuss it. Okay, first of all, if we talk about high level, what is high level? That we know we are humans and there is a machine, and we know that we can't communicate with the machine directly. We need one language for that. Okay, if the language is more closely to the machine language, then it is going to be a low level. It is going to be a low level language. If the language is closer to the human readable form, then it is going to be known as high level. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. Then afterwards, we are going to discuss interpreted. What is mean? Basically, we write like 5 lines of code. Okay, afterwards, the Python is going to be execute one by one. Like first of all, it will read this, then execute this part. Afterwards, it is going to read this part and execute this. If it is going to encounter any error at the line number 3, then it's going to be stopped. Then it is going to be stopped here. So the benefit of the interpreted language is that you are going to save lots of time because it is not going to be run the entire code. It is going to stop at the line where the problem or the error is arises. So remember this. Now afterwards, like it is high level, it is interpreted. That's why we use it in a variety of applications like such as web development, scientific computing, data analysis, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and more. And who discovered Guido van Rossum was a, you can say, programmer who developed this language and in late 1980s. And if we talk about the first release is was at 1991. Okay, remember this part. Now as we have discussed that it have high level interpreted and it is a widely variety of applications, and so that it is going to be a popular one. Yes, surely it is going to be a popular programming language. And why? Because its simplicity, versatility, and readability, these are the three main pillar of the Python. That's why it is being a popular programming language in beginners as well as the professional ones. Okay, till now everything is clear or not? Quickly tell me. I am waiting for the response. Is it clear to everyone or not? Please quickly tell me. Guys, is it clear to everyone or not? Please quickly tell me. Okay, now we are going to discuss like first agenda was clear that what is Python. Now we need to discuss why to learn Python. So let's start. Now, why to learn Python? We have discussed first, it is so versatile. It is so versatile. And how it is versatile? Because we can use in the web development part, in data analysis, scientific computing, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and many more. And this is, you can say, a best or a preferable programming language in which you can start your career because it gives the variety of, you can say, opportunity to you. Like if you learn the Python, then afterwards you can go in any of these lines. The second one is that easy to learn, and it is why because we have discussed that it is a high level language. If it is a high level language, then it should be going to be a human readable format more closely. Then it is also written like it is clean, simple syntax and easy to write and read. And this is make a very good language or a great language for the beginners so that they can start their programming journey, and even for the experienced developers as well, because they are very lesser syntax. Then they have also getting a short timer, like in a short time of span, they can write a variety of you can say code. Now let's discuss a few more points. Like it have large supportive community. So for like just we can say a Python having a large community, which is a very active community, which it is going to create lots of libraries for us, tools, frameworks, and even we can say it extend our functionalities. So we don't need to write lots of code again and again. And even we can say like we have lots of resources in which we can find our error. We can get any error, then we can get the solution very quickly because that error should be encountered by anyone before, or we can say earlier. Now, second is like high demand. And why is it so? We have discussed that it is so versatile. So it will having a lots of different applications. That's why the Python will having a high demand. And it is going to be like you can say employers will be going to be asked for the Python, because if you learn the Python then you can go for the machine learning, artificial intelligence, or even web development, or even you can become a Python developer as well. Okay, and at last it is a fun. It is a fun because you are going to learn a new thing, which is going to be more you can say explosive. And here it is also written, it is a practical and playful language, and it is a simplicity and readability, which which is going to be a joyful to write and debug the code. Okay, till now everything is clear or not? Quickly, please tell me. Quickly write in a chat box. Is it clear or not? And if you're liking this session, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, and also share with your friends as well, so that they can also learn the new things. Okay, now afterwards we are going to discuss the domain. And till now we have discussed lots of domains like web development. And why is it so? Because we have different frameworks in which we can use it. And like in the data science as well, we have pandas, numpy, and so on. These are the different you can say libraries which which is going to be help you in the data analysis part and machine learning. And afterwards we can say artificial intelligence and machine learning. Here also we have lots of you can say a part like processing, computer vision, and deep learning. Afterwards, automation and scripting. Here also the Python is used because we can like we want to do a specific task you can say repetitively, then we can use it Python, like such as data processing or system administration. These are the different you can say tasks you have to be do it again and again, where we can use Python. Now, is it clear to everyone or not? Please write in the chat box. Afterwards, we are going to do a practical. Guys, quickly write in the chat box. Is it clear or not? Okay, now, you should know where the Python is using in the current scenario. You can say in the Netflix or we can say Spotify, even in the Google, Python is using. Okay, so you should know about where the Python is using currently, and many more companies the Python is also using. Now, the time is for the doing a practical, and we are going to write our first code. Okay, now we have written our first code. Now we are going to run it. And here the print is going to be display whatever written within the, you can say, rounded brackets. Now here you will see it is writing hello to the exciting world of Python. So we have written our first code in the Python, and it is a simple one, and you can also do it by your own and just write your name here. Just remove this part and write your name instead of this line. You can write here like I am writing code sprint. Now we are going to run it. Now here you can see the result is code sprint. And why is it so? Because we have used these codes. Okay, here you can use a single quotes or you can use double quotes as well for this. Okay, I hope till now everything is clear to everyone. Or not, please quickly write in the chat box. If it is clear, please quickly write in the chat box. Why is it not working? Uh, Wait for a minute. Okay. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Now we are going to start the remaining part. We have discussed till this, and I don't know why this happened. Okay, now we are going to continue. Now, what is variable? So quickly discuss it. Like what is variable? So variable is a container, you can say, which is going to hold the value. Like we have a variable, uh, let's say this ABC. This is going to hold, you can say, value, or it is going to store a string. So remember, like it is a container which is going to hold a value. Now, like variables are used to store information, just like we have discussed. Like it is going to hold the value, or we can say strings. Then it is going to store the information as well. Like values are information that is going to be used, or even it is going to be changed in a program. Like just like I have said, like I want to make a function that it is going to store two values and going to print. Then I will say like I want two variables like x and y, which is going to store some values. Then afterwards I will say la sum will be going to x plus y. So that's like now, like whenever we create a Python variable in the Python, we need to use a assignment operator. Till now we haven't discussed about the operators, but you should know assignment operator that like I want to assign some value to the variable. Like I want x to hold the value 3. Then I will say x equals to 3. What it means? It is just means that x is holding 3. Okay. Is it clear? And the syntax is quite simple. Like you need to write a variable name afterwards value. That x is a variable name here and 3 is the value. Now afterwards we are going to discuss the naming conventions. Like naming conventions are simple. Like you can use any lowercase letters, and even you can use it capitalize as well, or you can use underscores, like you have written ABC underscore. It is a valid. Even you can ABC. This is also valid. Like A. This is valid. Just a second. Then always try to use a variable which is going to be like tell the user that why you have given this name. Like I have said x and y. It is going to be anything, but I if I say num1 and num2, it is quite, you can say, a good one, because you are saying like it is a number 1, it is number 2, then it is quite descriptive, and it is not. Afterwards you should use like you should not use single letters. Like if you have a short code which is line of 10 or 15 lines, then you can use any variables. But if you are working with a project, then you should avoid these single letter names. And afterwards, like you don't use reserve words, like reserve words if, else, for, while, class, because they have a predefined meaning. So we are not going to use, because the interpreter will give the error. Afterwards, like it is saying use singular nouns for the variables, like a single object, plural nouns. Like if you are saying like I want to assign single, then I will say ABC, or we can say ABCS. These are the things. Like if you are using singular noun, then you should object or assign to the single object. If you are giving uh, as a plural like nums. So you need to assign the a collection of object for that. These are the naming convention for the variable. And one more, that is you can use underscore, but you can't begin with the numbers. Like one thing is missing, like numbers. If you are saying to ABC, it is going to be invalid because we can't use numbers at the starting position. You can use in between or afterwards, you can also use. And here also, like these are the terms you can use, and these both are the different one. And now I will write some variable name, then you need to tell whether the variable name is correct or not. And one more thing, like special letters or special character will not going to be a part of the variable name. So you need to write in the chat box. Okay, now you need to write in the chat box which are the valid and which are not valid. Quickly write in the chat box. Guys, quickly write in the chat box which are the valid variable name and which are not. Then afterwards, I will discuss it. And if you're liking this session, uh, just hit the like button and share with your friends as well. And don't forget to subscribe this channel. Quickly tell me which are the valid. Okay, 1 and 4 are the valid one. Any other answers? And 2 and 3 are not valid. Okay, 1, 4 are valid. Uh, what are what are you writing like 6? Is it not an option yet? Now, yes, you are telling the right answers. Those who are telling 1 and 4 are valid, and it is actually a valid one. Okay, 1 and 4 are the valid one, and 2 and 3 are not valid for a naming convention. Now let's discuss next. Now, if we talk about data types, so we have 6 kind of data types we are going to discuss in this session. If we talk about first data type, the first data type is numeric. In numeric data type, it is going to include integers, floats, complex. Like if we talk about the integer, you can say 3, 4, -1, -2, these are the. And float one like 0.03, 0.05, these are the. And complex one are the you have learned. And here you are not using the I1, here you are going to use J, like 3 plus we say 5 iota, but here I will write J because it is a standard. You can say standard notation for this. Okay, and here it is also written like integer are the, you can say, whole numbers which is going to represented, and also the negative one as well. And float are the, like you can say, decimal points. Afterwards, complex, we know like we have a real part and a imaginary part, and which is going to make a complex number. Okay. Now afterwards, next discuss the second, that is Boolean. So what is Boolean data type? A data type which only give the values in the format of true and false. Like it is going to give the value in the true or false format, and it is oftenly used in the conditional statements. We will learn in the next session about the conditional statements, which is going to decide the flow of the program. And here I am just giving the overview. Afterwards, we will, if we get a time, then we will discuss it in a deeper manner as well in the today's session. Afterwards, we have strings. A string basically a sequence of characters which is enclosed by a single or a double quotes, and we oftenly use as a text. Like we want to represent any text, then we will use the strings one, and we can manipulate. That means we can change it, we can remove it, these parts. Okay, we have discussed three data types. Now we have to discuss three more data types. In the next slide, we are going to discuss three more slides. Okay, I guess we have seven data types. Okay, let's see. Like afterwards, we have list. List basically a ordered collection of objects, and more importantly, it is a mutable one. Mutable, what is, like you can modify it. You can modify the list. Okay, and it is going to enclose with the square brackets. Like I write list afterwards equals to square brackets 1, 2, 3. This is the example for the list. We will discuss it in the upcoming slides as well. Afterwards, we have tuple 1. Now, the tuple is immutable. That means we can't modify it. Okay. But oftenly we can use some kind of, you can say, manipulations. We will see. And here it is also, it is a similar to list. This part, remember, like list and tuple are quite similar, but if we talk about the list is a immutable, sorry, mutable. Lists are mutable, whereas the tuples are the immutable. And afterwards we have sets. You have oftenly, or you have discussed or learn about this in the class 11 if you are coming from the CBSE board. Okay, if you have learned about this from the CBSE board, then you must encounter the sets in the chapter 1 in the class 11. And it is basically a collection. It is a collection of the unique objects. Why we have written unique? Because in this set, we are not going to include any same kind of data. Like I have written 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a set. Like if I write 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, this is not a set. But you will learn this is a multi-set. This is a multi-set in your college days. You must, in the semester 1 or semester 2, you will encounter this. It is a multi-set if you are coming from the mathematics background. Now, afterwards, dictionary. Now, dictionary is quite different from others because it is going to store the data in the data with a key. Data with a key. This part is going to be refer key, and it is a data. Similarly, key and data. Here it is written key and value, or we can say key and data pairs. It is going to make it, and it is enclosed with the curly braces. Okay. I hope till now everything is clear to everyone. Please write in the chat box if it is clear to everyone or not. Okay, tuples example. You can write like here t equals to, and here we are going to use this brackets like 1, 2, 3. We are going to use the down brackets for this. Now afterwards we have last one, that is none. None basically a special data type which is going to be represent the absence of value. Like we want to show that there is no data, but we don't want to enter any data. Then this is going to be help. Like I want to like we have a variable x and I have said none. Now, none here basically says X is storing nothing. X is storing nothing. Here, just a meaning of none. None basically represents the absence of a value. And where we are going to use, we oftenly use at the placeholder, like where we need to be pass any particular value and we don't want, then we are going to use none there. Or where the variable has no value, like I want to say that this variable having no values, then surely I will use this none data type there. Okay, now we are going to discuss all of the data types in a deeper manner. Just write in the chat box quickly. Is it clear to everyone or not? We have just seen the overview of all the data types. Quickly write in the chat box so that we can proceed further. Okay, we are going to discuss these all data types in a deeper manner. Don't worry. Now, let's discuss the numeric one. If we talk about numeric, we have discussed that we have three types of numeric one. Like first is integer, where it is going to represent the whole numbers in the format of positive and negative and does not have any decimal points. And they are created by the simply assigning a number without a decimal point. Basically, we have written this like we are going to assign a whole numbers in the positive or negative format, and it is not going to be any decimal points in it. For decimal points, we need to use float one. Now, floating point numbers, or we just say float. These are the, you can say, which is going to be used for the decimal points. If we want to represent any decimal point, then we need to use float data type, and in which we can assign a decimal point to a variable. And afterwards, we have a complex. As I have discussed, we use J suffix. Okay, we use J for it, and more oftenly we use J. And we know like complex number having real and imaginary part. And here it is written small j. Okay, this part is small j. Okay, let's discuss the examples for it. Like for int, we don't need to assign explicitly data types in the Python. Like if I write a equals to 3, it is correct. Then afterwards I will print it. Okay, a. Then afterwards let's b equals to 3.0. Then print b, and here c equals to 3 plus 5j. Print c. Okay, let's run it. Here you can see it is printing 3, 3.0 and this. Okay, and here it is just printing, but it is printing the variables. Like we have A and here B and C. Now you will ask why we are just learning the data types if we don't want to use it. Like it is just for the, you can say, learning purpose, that we have three kinds of numeric data types, like for the complex, a float and an integer. And we are not going to use these, like I can write here int equals to a, but there is a no need, because Python explicitly add the data type. Like whatever I write here, it is going to make it like, here a is a data type of 3, sorry, numeric data type in a format of integer, and here b is a float data type, and here c is a complex. Okay, these are the points. So don't bother what are these things, but you should know about, like, because in the backend this access implicitly for us, it is not going to be our headache of assigning the data type. It is the headache of the Python, that it is going to assign it explicitly by itself. Here, there is no need of for us, like for giving the data type. What happened? Okay, we left with some other data types. Let's discuss it as well. Like here we have discussed. Just a second. Okay. Now afterwards, we need to discuss about the. We have discussed first is numeric, afterwards Boolean type. Let's discuss about the Boolean type as well. For that, in a Boolean, we can assign a value true or a false. Like if I say A equals to, now I need to assign, I can assign only two things. First is true, like I have written true, or I can assign a false one here. Okay, these are the examples for it. Now afterwards, we have seen our list. equals to, and here I can give any other name. You can say ABC equals to, with a curly braces, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Afterwards, here we can write 1 2 3 4 and 5. Same variable name, let's take in it again. Okay, this is a set. This is a set. Okay, and here I will write a list. List will have 1 2 3 4 5, and afterwards dictionary. Okay, for dictionary, just again we will use 1. Then afterwards, just we are going to assign a key. I will assign a key 10, and I will give the value 10, 1, and 11, 2, and 12, 3, 13, 4, 15, 5. Okay, we have written all the data types that we have discussed today, and we are left with one more, that is none. Okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I'm forgetting one. Dictionary, sets, list, tuple. Can anyone remind me which I'm leaving or forget? Okay, we have discussed these things. Okay, till now we have discussed. Now, here bool types. Bool types are a built-in function or built-in data types, which only have two values, true and false. We have seen the example as well, and this is capital T. Okay, capital T we need to use and capital F for that. And it is used when we are going to use like truth values, or basically we want to logical we need to represent any logical expression, because logical expression will have the value in the true or false format only. Like bool values are commonly used in condition, just like we have discussed in the previous slides. Bool values are commonly used in the conditional statements, and these are the used for the control of the flow of a program. Afterwards, string. Yes, we forget about the string word. Okay, here we have forget about the string word. Now everything is clear. This is the float one. Boolean, then afterwards we have string. This is the sets. This is tuple. This is list. Dictionary, and afterwards it is a null one. Okay. Yes, I'm sharing the attendance as well. In a while I'm sharing the attendance as well. Like strings are the like we use strings for the representation of the sequence of characters which can be enclosed within the square single or a double quotes, and which can contain letter, numbers, or special characters. And if we talk about the strings, strings are the immutable and which cannot be modified after the creation. Yes, but we can manipulate it by using some methods. Like methods are int, float, len, str. These are the built-in functions which can be used on these strings and which can be used for the conversion of the string into the other data types as well. Now let's discuss about the list. We have discussed that it is mutable, that we can modify it, and it is represent the collection of ordered elements. And list can contain any data type, including itself. We can contain the list as well, like nested lists. We can also. And if we talk about how we can create it, just by using these square brackets. And we have just discussed they are mutable. That means they can be changed after the creation of their contents, and we can add, remove, modify elements by different methods. And there are some methods like len, min, max, sum, shorted. And these are the like length is a basically it provides the number of elements, how many elements present in the list. Here mean basically provide a minimum value, and it is going to use in the integer one, integer, float, numeric data types, and as well max also. It provides a maximum value. Sum, which is going to give the summation of the all elements, and sorted, which is going to arrange it in a ascending order. And here that can be used for the manipulation, just like other like we have discussed tuple or strings. Now, if we talk about tuples, tuples are immutable, and again, it is similar to the list because it is a collection of ordered elements. But there is a one catch, that is, it cannot be modified once it is created. Okay, now lots of you will think why should we use tuples if it is have this kind of disadvantage. So the homework is for you that you need to tell me in the next session that what are the advantages of the tuples? What are the advantages of tuple from the you can say list? Yes, RK Singh, it is correct. You are saying That nested list means basically one list inside the another list. No homework, but I already given the homework. Okay, now tuples. Tuples can be modified. Sorry, tuples can't be modified, but they can be manipulated. They can be manipulated, and we can use indexing, slicing. These are the things we can use in it. And here we use square brackets for the creation of the tuples. And here are the some, you can say built-in functions, len, min, max, sum. These are similar to the, you can say list as well. Here some are different query tuples as well. And tuple where we use. So tuple are oftenly used to group related data. So remember this part. Tuple is mostly used in a similar data types and to return a multiple values for a function. Afterwards, we have sets, okay, and dictionary and none. These three files also left. Let's quickly complete it. Now, a set is an unordered collection of unique, and I already discussed why we are calling it unique, and we are going to create it by the curly braces, and like remember this part that if we are giving the similar or basically duplicate elements, then it is going to be ignore it. Okay. Now afterwards again, so the same thing. These are the different built-in function through which we can manipulate these sets. And sets are basically used when, whenever we need to check our membership testing, we will discuss what is membership, okay, and afterwards removing duplicate data from a sequence. Because if you enter our data in the sets, it is going to ignore the duplicate data. Then that point of time, it is going to use. And similarly, mathematical operations such as insertion, union, and difference. These are the, you can say, mathematical operation you have encountered in the class 11. And afterwards, we have dictionary. Dictionary again, a unordered collection of key values. But here is a catch that it store the data in the key value pairs. Like we have a key. Afterwards, we have a data or a value. Then again separated by commas, then key, data, and so on. Okay, and like each dictionary must be unique. Like what it mean? Like every key value should be unique. Like we can't assign same key value in a dictionary, and keys can't be you can say change. That means keys are immutable. Like if I assign the key 5 to this 6, then I can't assign or I can't change the key of the 6. Like I can 7. No, I can't. And afterwards, like these are the built-in functions, len, min, max, sum. These are the built-in functions which you can use on the dictionary. And afterwards, dictionary are used oftenly where whenever we want to represent data with a named fields or counting occurrence. Like I want to count like 5, how many times a 5 came, then I will give a key, like 5 is a key, and I will say 2 times, it occurs 2 times, and I have a key like 1 which comes 5 times. So here I will say 5, that means 5 is coming 2 times, 1 is coming 5 times. These are the things. And also we can use for the creation of JSON data structures. And at last, none. None basically a data type which is going to represent absence of a value. Okay, now I am going to share the link as well. Just a second, I'm giving you. And till then, if you like this session, quickly encounter the thumbs up button on it. Okay, I have shared the attendance link. Quickly mark your attendance. Quickly mark your attendance. The link is not okay. Why is it so? Just a second. Now quickly tell me the link is working or not. I hope the link is working now. If the link is working, please add in the chat box.